Hey everybody, what's going on? Your host, LovelyCheesePizza here. I almost slipped up right there. I almost did it. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Top Gear. And in the last episode, we got everything started up. We got to go through the lovely country of US of A. And we got first place, and it was awesome. We also got to exploit a cool-ass glitch in the third race that pretty much gave us double the points for being an asshole. And now we're off to South America, and this track is really hard. It's one of the harder ones in the game already, and it kind of looks like a crushed water bottle. That's like what I've always thought that track looked like. But it's tough, man. This is one that you really have such a small-ass margin for error. You have to be so careful, and it's one where the AI is extremely brutal, man. They do not allow for you to really get anything done. There's so many things that you have to be careful of, and I'll try my best to show you these things as best I can. But the AI is very good. They're very, very good in this race. So it's even when I'm playing this on the amateur level, it's pretty difficult to finish in first place. And so it's not going to be your average walk in the park here. One really big thing about this race is managing your nitro usage properly. It's not one where you can just go out there and blow your collective load of nitro all over the place. You gotta be very intellectual about this. You gotta strap on the old Harvard-sized graduation hat and use the big old brain for this one. So, oh boy. These rival cars, man, they will try so hard to do super, super dickish moves to you, and so you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. Oh, they will pass you a lot. This is always the one big area that you can gain some speed in. It's really about the only area in which you can do that, otherwise you're not gonna be doing very much of it. But we are in first. We are in first. Always keep a big eye. This would be one of those times I wish that I could, individually move one of my eyes without the other one going anywhere, so I could keep my left eye on the track here and keep my right eye on the fuel gauge. But that would be, one, really creepy to look at, and two, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm feeling good though, man. I've had good luck with things as of late. Oh jeez, God, he just went bumper cars action there. Get out of the way, Fred! I'm going through! I'm not really worried so much about our rival right now. If anything, I'm actually wanting him to do the things that he's doing here, and I'm really weary about this. What do we got? 3 laps left. I probably shouldn't refuel here, but I don't think I really have a choice in the matter. We're gonna go for it. We're gonna have to fill it all the way up to the top, unfortunately, and it's really gonna be a close call at the end of this race. I mean, if we're having to refill now, and we'll see. Oh boy, that guy is building one hell of a lead out there. But the one thing that's in our favor here is we still have 2 nitros, so we'll definitely be able to make up some serious space here. And there's only 2 cars in front of us, which is also really good to know. But oh boy, this is gonna be tough. I'm feeling pretty good though, man. I've in the last 24 hours, my luck has been off the charts. I actually, I went out to the bar with a couple of friends of mine last night, and I got there and they were on the slot machines, which, I mean, slot machines are already designed for you to fail. Like, I always feel like there's some guy with like a long ass curly mustache sitting inside of the slot machine that's just like doing some sort of maniacal cackle. Yes, put in another $20 and I will make sure you win nothing. I always feel like that's something going on in there, because whenever I put money into those things, I never win jack shit, just nothing. But my friends, like, they were there, and we got there, and they were up $250 actually. I got there and they had $250 on the credit line there. I was like, damn, dude, you guys are coming up right now. Holy crap, we're on the final lap already. Oh, I didn't realize what was going on. Oh no. Oh boy, this isn't gonna be good. This is gonna be really bad. I'm not even in second place yet, let alone first. We'll be able to at least probably cut into second. I don't know if we're gonna be able to catch up to Richie on this one. I think he's got all the separation he needs for this, but we're at least gonna steal second. There's that. I might make this a game, man. I don't know if we're gonna catch him quick enough, but we are not going down without a fight. Come on! Come on! Oh! Oh, gosh! We were so close! Oh, man. What I could have done there, that would have actually got a .05. Good. So the thing is, we actually didn't even need to refuel that all the way. If I would have cut that down by a few bars, we could have actually won the race. So that one's on me. That one's on me. I actually, like, thinking through that, I actually remembered that you don't need to refuel all the way through that. I started panicking a little bit because I saw, you know, the lead he was building, but you actually totally don't need to, refuel all the way. That's right. I forgot. Totally forgot. Oh well, what do you do? So yeah, so my friends were up 250, and then so Matt decides to step up to the plate, and he's like, ah, well, you know, I'll give it a try. And so he goes and steps in there, and he ends up winning 100. And so I was like, actually no, he got 100 to start off, and I was like, well, shit, you know, if you guys are winning right now, I'll step up to the plate, I'll get in there, I'll dance with the crab man, you know, if I got to do it. And so I go over to the ATM, and I go and I take a little Twanski out of there, and I go toss it into this one, and I was playing, it was called Wild Witches. It was, you know, one of those little you know, penny ones, but it's got like 40 lines, and they've got like bonus games and stuff in there, and normally I never even get close to those things. Like, bonus games are something that like never even touches me whatsoever. But oh boy. By the way, a side note really quick, Machu Picchu, this race, it's such a high-speed wreck, man. It is insane. And this is one that, even though you can have high speeds a lot, because of fuel consumption, it's pretty wise to actually use these things when you can. It's such a risky move, like what just happened right there, where these cars start approaching you so fast that you almost can't even see them unless you have like some crazy, like, superhuman vision qualities or something. Oh boy. So yeah, I decided to throw it into this Wild Witches machine, and I'm down to like 10 bucks, and I finally triggered the bonus game, and I was like, oh sweet, man. And I ended up winning. I ended up getting to 70 out of that, and so I decided to play it down to 65. And I was like, all right, man, I actually won. Like, this is amazing. Like, my winning on gambling, no matter what kind of form of gambling it is, whether it's blackjack or slots or roulette or poker or whatever. I actually could have used more nitro there. Whatever. We got the win, so I don't really care at this point. But no matter what it is, I usually just do so badly. I always end up just losing, like, really quickly. Nonetheless, especially slots. I'll put in a 20 and just lose like all but maybe like 2 or 3 spins, and they're like payouts of like $1 or like 40 cents or something. They're just awful. This is probably my second favorite race in the game, and I always called it Chicken Itza for years until I found out that that's actually an H. They may still pronounce it that way. I don't know, but maybe it's like Chishin or something. I don't know. But I called it Chicken Itza for a long time, and it kind of looks like the symbol in your car, like the engine symbol, you know. So that's kind of what it looks like. Either that, or maybe like a oh boy, okay. It gets a little hectic here in the beginning of the race because of that little downhill thing. This is another one where it's also very, very wise. It would behoove you greatly to manage your nitro usage. It's another one where we're probably going to need them in the second half of the race, so you can use one in the first couple laps, but other than that, I would really be very careful in how you go about using these things. So we're going to blow one right here and get up to like 300 miles an hour. Oh, you little... God! You little wet blanket, you! You keep ruining all my thunder, damn it! God, he just happened to get right in the way there. Otherwise, we would have blazed past him and everything would have been gold. We would have strapped on the golden condom and started ruining everybody's ass, but no! So yeah, I paid out. I paid out at 65 bucks, and I decided, you know, after I got my cash, I had 5 left over. And so I went and tossed that little bad boy in, and I ended up, I was down to my last roll, or my last spin, or whatever you want to call it. And I ended up triggering the bonus again and won 38 more bucks. So I pretty much came up with right around 100 bucks, dude. It was awesome. It was great. I was like, I think the world must be ending. There's no possible way that like this, like all the planets didn't align just now or something for me to finally win something, because I think that if I were to actually gauge, like, my winnings all time for gambling, it's gotta be lower than, like, 1%. Not even kidding. But most of my friends, like, they'll go out and just any given time, like, I'll be with them, and they'll just be like, oh, yeah, I won, like, 150 bucks again. And I'll be like, oh, well, I'll try it, and just fucking nothing. Just absolutely nothing at all. Okay, so here's where it's gonna get dicey. We got 2 laps left, and we're gonna need to hit the pits. We don't need to refill very much. We need to get just enough here. I don't want to overdo it. I think no matter what happens here, we're probably gonna win. Probably gonna win, because I do have 2 nitros to use, so that should put us in pretty good shape. Okay, that's definitely enough. I didn't mean to do that. I forgot my my right bumper button on this Xbox controller definitely saves the game. So not like I really need that right now, but I think we'll be fine. Final lap. Okay, I definitely refueled way too much. For some reason, I thought there were 2 laps left. Apparently, not very observant when it comes to the remaining laps thing here. It happens though. What do you do? Woo! All right, we are well on our way, and if we weren't in first place in the points category by now, I think we're definitely going to, you know, put a stranglehold on that. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Don't run out of gas. Don't do it. There you go. Attaboy. Boy, he barely made it. I mean, he was definitely out of gas right as he passed through. But he got it. Good for him. Good for him. And he's holding off Richie by a thread right now. We pretty much got this thing well in hand. As long as we can finish the race, essentially, we're gonna win this thing. But whew. Yeah, and then there's this one. It's like you know, it's like a crucifix, but it's got like a weird like boil, or it's a cross with a boner. That's the other thing. I always thought that it had like a giant pimple, or it's just like a cross with a raging hard-on down there. It's like I think this thing's probably going to absolutely need to contact its physician, for this erection has lasted far longer than 4 hours. So hey, what do you do though? I mean, that's what happens when you take Cialis. I mean, that's the risk you take when you know, when you're looking for quality male enhancement, and the next thing you know, instead of you know, laying in the bathtub with your spouse on top of a mountain, I mean, you're sitting in the doctor's office because you can't get your freaking polecat to go down anymore. It's quite the game of give and take. And now you got a bunch of cars traveling around all over you. I mean, it's like a new version of being walked all over. But now you're being, you know, people are driving all over you. It's just a total nightmare out there. Meanwhile, a little bit ugly of a first lap there. I try not to, you know, to get out of these things. I also, running into signs is probably one of the worst things that you can do, because I mean, I don't know what they're making these signs out of, by the way, because if you hit one, you will not destroy the sign. The sign will destroy you, which really raises the question, what the hell are they making these things out of these days? Like, it's like they're making them out of like some sort of immovable object or something. Same thing with the trees. Like, the trees at least makes a little more sense, because, you know, if those things are you know, pretty beefy and thick, then they're not going anywhere. That's what she said. But yeah, I don't know. Like, you could hit those signs look fairly flimsy to me. I don't, call me crazy, but like, you'll hit one of those things going, you know, 150 miles an hour, and you will stop absolutely just freaking Ray Charles in your tracks. Ray Charles dead, you know, not alive. Not that you got hit blind in your tracks. So that doesn't make any sense. Oh boy, this is gonna be tricky. He's low on gas. I've been using both of my nitros here, but I think it would be better if I did this. If I waited to get past that one little turn here, and then do it right here at the end, which may not work. I think he's gonna beat me. Oh no, he's not! We beat him by 0.01! I can't believe that worked. That is a nice... That was great. That's gotta be the lowest margin of victory I think I've ever had in this game. That was awesome. Holy smokes. Okay. Well, I mean, we totally just did it. We won. That was awesome. I am just baffled by that. That was hilarious. Whew. Thanks a lot, computer. That was cool. Applause for you, my friend. That was great. That was the greatest thing that I've seen since watching the Ducks win like an hour ago when they put up 777 yards and everything was good in the world. So yeah, man. With that said, we just knocked out South America, so that's 2 countries down in our quest for world domination. Behind the wheel of a car. So when we come back on the next installment of Let's Play Top Gear, we're going to be heading off to our 3rd country, which is Germany. And oh boy, it doesn't get a lot easier from there. It really doesn't. Germany's a tough one, but it's a fun place to play. I really enjoy it. So, with that said, my friends, this is your host, LovelyCheesePizza, saying thank you guys for watching. And Stonefront Tavern, just in case there's Oregonians or Salemites that are watching this video, if you want to win the big bucks, go down to Stonefront Tavern, because that place pays the hell out. I mean, they had to pay out like $600, you know, because my friends won $250, Matt won $300, and I won like $100, so that's like $650 right there. It's freaking crazy. Like the waitresses or like the bartenders were looking at us just like, really? Again? Really? God, are you guys cheating or what? It was funny. So with that said, my friends, we're going to call it good for tonight, but when we come back, we'll have some more fun. So until then, I'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.